As the Chinese Congress rubber stamped Xi Jinping's third term, Professor, how stable do you feel Xi Jinping's grip on total control is?
Xi's control of the Chinese political system and Chinese economy and society are pretty stable. He's actually repeating what Putin had done in Russia when he first came to power. When Putin first came to power in Russia, there were a lot of oligarchs, different factions in the elite, and then Putin ruthlessly uh, uprooted the power base of his rival oligarchs and put his own people at the center of the power. And now we see that even with a war that is not going very well, Putin power seems to be still very entrenched. And Xi Jinping is doing the same thing. Over the last 10 years, in his first two terms, he uprooted the power base of possible potential rivals in the party and put his own people in key positions. And now he even managed successfully to secure a third term, which is unprecedented, and also take out some of the tipped new stars in the Politburo from other factions. That now the Politburo and the Standing Committee in the Communist Party from the Party Congress in the last 40s, you only see his own loyalist people around. So at the apex of power, in key position that actually control things, you only see Xi's own people. So his grip of power is very absolute and very stable.
In terms of stability, the economy seems to be not performing, and Xi has mentioned in various occasions his concern on that.
For one thing, China's economy has been slowing down since 2011, 2012. Actually, this long slowdown of the Chinese economy defined the first 10 years of Xi Jinping rule, and he has tried many different methods to rejuvenate growth, but it didn't work very well. So even before the pandemic, China's economy already lost its luster. So this slowdown is homegrown. It's because of the internal contradiction of the China model, the indebtedness, and the repetitive constructions and investment-driven growth that led to low and also now the demographic crisis that many people already realize that China is running out of low-cost labor, young labor. So the Chinese economy has been slowing down because of the internal contradictions of the Chinese model, and the U.S. Sanctions and the decoupling, of course, that accelerate this slowdown or aggravate this slowdown by cutting off China from easy access to technology. So it all adds up together to a very, very bleak pictures of the Chinese economy ahead.
Xi seems to be pushing forward with a disengagement campaign with the United States. Professor, do you feel this is out of his anger of the US decoupling?
One thing, of course, is of the anger, but actually, Xi himself is quite rational in the sense that when he sees that the economy has been slowing down for such a long time without clear remedy, and it is going to continue to slow down, so the challenge is going to increase in the future, then it is also very good for him to use the US and the Western world as a scapegoat for all these challenges. So it is for nationalist reason that Xi Jinping is pointing it's his finger at the U.S. As the cause, as the root cause of the challenge of China. So, but it is only for the internal nationalist consumption, and for the many autocrats around the world, from North Korea to Venezuela to Russia to Iran, when they face the economic headwinds and they learn the tricks of surviving. Or upkeeping the survival of the regime by actually isolating the country, the economy from the world, so that the autocrats' control of the society and the economy can be enhanced. So it is a response to the economic slowdown that is inevitably going to be getting worse and worse. And so disengaging from the U.S., isolating the Chinese economy from the outside world can be a remedy, not for the economy, but for the survival of the autocratic regimes.